I've talked a lot on this channel about building brands on Amazon, but in this video, I want to talk about exactly how to do that. How do you go from one product to building out a product line, and where are the places that you can look for your next ideas and the different ways that you can actually expand. So in this video, I'm going to be going through about 5 different ideas or concepts that will give you a direction of where to look for your next product and build out that brand from the one product into the 5 or 10 plus products that really become an empire. And if you're just now getting interested in selling on Amazon, you might be thinking that you really just need to have one product or that you can sell a bunch of random things. But if you've watched my channel before, or as hopefully you'll understand after this video, building a brand is really the only way to go. Launching random products is too difficult now in 2019 and moving forward. In my personal opinion, it is possible to have your first product be a success, but why leave all of that equity on the table and go on and sell something unrelated next, when you could instead serve the same audience with more products that you can get people to buy together, or your past customers can buy your new product, and you can leverage your existing real estate and your existing eyeballs to lead those people into more products. Why would you not do that and instead just start over every single time? So in my personal opinion, and what I see by working with a lot of Amazon sellers, building a brand is the way to go. That is the only real sort of paradigm you should be looking at when it comes to selling on Amazon FBA. And so in this video, I'm making the assumption that you already understand that. You already see that this is the way to go. But something that's been requested a lot, and I don't think I've ever really directly broken down in a video, is what do I really mean by that? What is a brand, and how do these products relate, and what are the ways to look for that? So that is what we're talking about in this video. And if that sounds helpful to you and you want to know more about these subjects, please help to feed the algorithm for my YouTube channel and smash the like button, leave comments, and subscribe to this channel if you have not already done that. So the first one of these 5 areas of where to look to go from your first product into a product line or a brand is to look at what else is used for the same use as your first product. What I mean is, what is this actually doing? For example, if you're selling a French press for making coffee, then your brand could be, and there's going to be other ways of looking at this, but in this example for related uses, your brand might now be related to making coffee. So you might go from French press to grinder for beans, to a container for storage of the beans, to coffee filters, to other forms of making coffee like pour over instead of French press. And you're easily finding these ideas because you're gonna know what else your customers buy, because if you're selling that French press, you could see on Amazon they frequently bought together and see that, a ton of the people that are buying French presses are also buying grinders. And a lot of people that are buying grinders are also buying pour overs. And like that, it's a very simple and obvious way of where to expand to. And with this one, and I guess any of them, probably the most nuanced or part you have to be the most careful with is deciding how broad or how narrow your brand focus is going to be. For example, is it going to just be a craft coffee connoisseur brand? Or is it going to be coffee and tea and kind of that whole aesthetic and, any sort of beverage you can make at home, maybe even cocktails and tea and coffee and all of that? Or is it just more honed in? Or are you going even broader than that? And is it just any sort of like food, beverage, home and kitchen type of brand that is quite broad, and coffee is just a subsection of that? And that definitely is the most difficult thing to decide. And all I can really say there, this is my best advice there, is somewhere in the middle is going to be the answer. You don't want to be so narrow that you shoot yourself in the foot and eventually you can't break out of this little pigeonhole. Is that the term? Yeah, pigeonhole that you made for yourself, and you can't do these other things that are related. But on the other hand, if it's just an everything brand, then it's really a nothing brand because it has no coherence, nothing tying it together. The next place to look as a way to expand your brand is to think of your product as being a piece on somebody's journey, like a piece of the puzzle to what somebody is trying to achieve. So now, rather than your brand being products that do this, your brand is helping people on their journey to achieving something in their life. And I'll give some examples so that this makes sense. One journey that a lot of people are on, and there are definitely many brands built around this, would be weight loss, for example. So common product is weight loss supplements, a very competitive, a very weird product to sell potentially. But if you think of it this way, let me show how this is different from the product uses example. If it was product uses, you would go from one supplement to another supplement that people might buy with that supplement to another supplement that people might buy with those supplements, right? Whereas if it's on the journey, maybe you're selling a weight loss supplement, but then you're also selling workout equipment, and then you're also selling, food preparation containers for portion control or something like that. And it's all these sort of unrelated in the actual product themselves, but they're related in the concept of them putting somebody on a path or going towards a goal. Another example of this would be people who are becoming parents. So there are a huge variety of products that people need, and that is definitely a journey that people are on. They might need anything from a book to, baby food to toys to bibs to whatever else. I mean, I'm not a parent, I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of things, even information products or, bags and diaper things and whatever. There's a whole bunch of things. And then that is a journey over years. Maybe it kind of goes into the toddler age, from when you're pregnant all the way to toddlerhood, if that's a word. What are all the products that kind of lead people along that 5-year journey? Or another that I'm very interested in myself is biohacking and health optimization. So a brand like this, say Bulletproof, for example, a brand that a lot of you know that I've bought a bunch of their stuff and I'm a fan of that. They sell everything from food, they could do devices like they could do technology, they could do information, they throw events. I mean, this could be larger than just physical products too, but it's kind of everything that helps people along that journey to becoming more biohacked, more self-improved. The next way that a brand could be tied together is by having a singular ethos or kind of a philosophy, or this is similar to the goal one, the journey, but this is a little bit different, I would say. And what I mean by this is that all of the products would somehow serve a greater good, not even a greater good, but a greater mission. Like, there is a mission that ties this brand together. For example, the zero waste community. That's the community of people who want to not put anything into the environment. So anything they buy is either permanent or has no waste or whatever. Yeah, I mean, most of that is about not buying products, but there are brands that sell products that don't produce any other waste, or they're recyclable a certain way or whatever, so that they don't put harm on the environment, or they just last forever. Or a similar example, maybe your brand is all about biodegradable products. That's a little easier, I guess. Maybe that's a better example than the first one, than the zero waste, because everything eventually it has to go somewhere, I guess. But let's say everything you make is biodegradable, or even just, no harm on the environment, or a healthier, a cleaner for the environment version of anything that's already existing. That is an ethos that would tie together a huge array of different products that could fit under a philosophy that ties the products together. Next way to build out a brand to look for products that are related and strung together somehow would be to consider the materials used to make this product. And maybe that is the thing that ties your products together. Kind of to make this example similar to the last one, let's say you make a product out of hemp so that it is sustainable and it is, friendly in all of those ways. And that could be what your brand is. It could be a hemp brand. And maybe you can make hemp everything from pillows to clothes to, beds to baskets, or just, there's probably a million different things, paper, that you could make out of hemp. And that could be your brand. Your brand could be kind of a hemp focused brand, and that would be in the name, that would be in the marketing, that would be in everything that people think about when they think about your brand, would be that it is a hemp products brand. And obviously hemp is just one example, but we've all seen examples like this. Like, let's say you have a craft wood products brand, and everything that the brand makes is just really nice wood stuff. That obviously exists, or leather, or any type of material. There's definitely a lot of brands and products that is what the brand is or stands for, is products that are similar kind of in their manufacturing almost, because that is who the brand is. They are the wood craftsman brand. And then we have lifestyle. And there are a ton of gigantic brands that are built around lifestyle or having an aspirational look and vision and a feeling that the brand creates that people want to aspire towards. And clothing brands do this all the time, whether it's Nike or whatever small clothing niche brand. This is huge. And it's kind of about a certain vibe or just a look, an aesthetic, an ideology that holds these people together that they can all kind of agree on, and they're all going for a certain look or just a feeling. And this one can almost be sprinkled into the other ones because this is what any brand that becomes a lifestyle brand eventually does. Say Apple. Apple could come out with just about anything at this point and we would kind of understand what that means because they have a certain aesthetic, a certain quality, all of that, and we know what to expect of them. And a good way to think of this is just thinking about kind of what's cool. And if you think of a brand that's cool or something that people think is cool, it's probably because they're doing the lifestyle thing pretty well. And as I said, clothing comes to mind for this one. There are a lot of brands that are doing that, and maybe they go from clothing to other items and things that kind of fit that same aesthetic or fit that same sort of vibe. And if there's just one thing that you take away from this video, it's that this concept is really important if you're going to be selling on Amazon FBA. You don't want to just be selling a table and then a salt lamp and then a cup and then, you know, a plant holder and then like a shovel. It doesn't make any sense, and you're going to be starting at zero. When on the other hand, you could be building up this audience that cares about that thing. Like I said, they care about coffee and the other uses of that product. Or you're getting people together that are on the same journey and you can follow them for years and they can be a part of your brand and sort of evolve and grow with you. Or they're part of that same ethos, that same philosophy, and that's why they buy into your brand, and they'll buy anything that fits that same ethos over the years. Or they're buying into your materials or your aesthetic and lifestyle, and they are coming to you for that, and you can continue to build up this audience that cares about those things and then just offer them more products. And then eventually you can get people that buy 5 different products together, 2 different products together. They buy one product and then 3 months later they buy 2 more products, and that is what a brand really is, and that is what is more protectable and scalable and valuable long term. I hope this video was valuable to you, and if you are looking to get into this journey and want everything A to Z in one place, if that's the type of thing you're looking for, you can check out my Zero to Brand course. There's a link in the description. Also, please do smash the like button and leave a comment on this video. Ask me a question. Anything you want, future video ideas, I would love to read and reply to those comments. And also, if these videos are valuable to you, one thing you could do in return perhaps is, let your friends know, let people know about my videos. Maybe that would help to feed the channel a bit more. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. And by the way, this shirt, I don't actually think the world is flat. It's a reference to Porsches, which have flat 6 engines, and I'm a Porsche fanatic, so world is round, actually, I think.